Yeah.
People will sign up and ask questions and want to know what I'm doing.
Well, that's always good. We've been wondering what you was doing, but
I'm still trying to make an impression.
what I'm wondering, and I would really, really like to talk to the fellow, but he doesn't seem to reply back to me, is Billy Clements.
hmm
I'd like to know what he's doing. He's got about 10 to 1 hits to his FeederMatrix referral URL as anybody else in the group.
Hmm.
And he does seem to get sign-ups occasionally. Unfortunately, he hasn't got anybody to upgrade to level 1 yet.
Right.
And I don't know
What's
why.
up with that?
I don't know. I would like to talk to him, but I have not been able to establish a communication.
Yeah, same here.
We keep trying and hoping, though. Good evening. This is Mike in Georgia, and you've reached our winning team training call. Please tell us who you are and where you're calling from.
It's Dave and Missy from Melbourne, Florida.
David Mincy. We got a Dave and a David now.
Hi, David.
Hi, Reverend Dave. How are you?
I'm fine. Just got a bad headache.
Well, go listen to some real loud music. It'll probably fix it.
Probably put me into the insane mode.
You'd be surprised.
My wife's uncle sent me words of wisdom. I'd like to share some of them with you when we get the group here.
Okay.
They're pretty good.
I got some words of wisdom too.
Well, we're gonna be
pretty cool.
We're gonna come away wise tonight, aren't we? With all kind of wisdom here.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna keep my mouth closed and just learn something from all this wisdom that's been passed around. My wife don't think I can keep my mouth closed, so.
Like the one that I liked at the top of the email says, "Music is what feelings sound like."
Music is what feeling sounds like. I'll go along with that one.
Yeah.
I'll definitely go along with that one.
Of course, some people have a confused notion of what is music.
That's true too, but then maybe that's what their feelings or mind is like.
"What day is it?" asked Pooh. "It's today," replied Piglet. "My favorite day," said Pooh.
Yeah.
Something ain't working.
What ain't working?
I ain't got no referral hits. So I don't know what's going on.
I don't really understand that one piece of data there, because, and the reason I don't understand it is because I know I've hit your referral link a number of times. Maybe it only counts a person one time. Maybe it don't count me anymore. So.
No.
I was just talking. Go ahead.
I think something slipped your mind, Mike.
Something slipped my mind, huh?
Yeah, 2 or 3 weeks ago, you had mentioned on one of the calls that we were going to get Reverend Dave to explain to us how he uses and how he has success on safe list.
Well,
I think you forgot about it.
He's got a headache tonight, and he is probably not going to be with us very long. If he's up to it, we'll ask him about that and ask him to share. But if not, we'll get him to share Thursday night when he's closing the call out for us. But we'll
Okay.
definitely put that, on the docket. I'll,
Hmm.
I'll have to let him be the judge as to whether he's up to doing that sort of thing tonight. I do know that.
We'll wait and see. We'll wait for a bigger crowd so we can preach to the congregation.
Well,
Yeah.
you are aware that, and I guess I should announce it every time, but I just assume everybody's aware. But you are aware that this call is being recorded, so you are announcing it to the largest audience you'll probably ever get.
Hmm. Well, how about this? A pretty face is nothing when you have an ugly heart.
That's right.
That's probably a true statement. I can't argue with that one anyway. I have just liked and shared your latest addition to our PR library here, Mr. Dave.
Thank you.
Let's see if I can. Of course, I'm going contrary to what Sandy's PR was. It had to do with multitasking and such as talking on the phone and reading emails and PRs and things at the same time. But see if I can find out how I'm being shortchanged here from David Mincy. He usually has some fairly good articles I really like. Good evening. This is Mike in Georgia, and you've reached our winning team training call. Please tell us who you are and where you're calling from.
This is Corinne.
Corinne, I was thinking about you just earlier today. We haven't heard from you in a little while, and I'm mighty glad to hear you tonight.
Yeah, I've been going through some stuff with this job, and I've been working long hours, and
Yeah.
it's really been the times that I get home is like it's late, and like I've been going through some stuff, and this Saturday will be my last day working there.
Oh, okay.
So, and then Tuesday I'm on my way to California.
Alrighty.
So I'm gonna have to kind of coordinate my time and to get on the calls, because I don't know what my daughter has planned for me, and she's already talking about stuff she want to do and doing this and doing that. So
Well, my philosophy is family is important.
Yeah, because it's the hours is like 7. Okay, if it's 7 here, then I think it's 5 o'clock in California. So.
No, it's 4 o'clock. Well, no, where you're at, if it's 7, you're in Central Time, aren't you?
Right.
Okay, yeah. Then you'd be 5 o'clock in California.
It's 5 o'clock, yeah, in California, yeah.
Someone else just joined us. Please tell us who you are and where you're calling from. This is Mike in Georgia.
Hi, Mike. It's Sandy.
Good evening, Sandy.
I'm in the car, so there's a lot of noise. I'll mute you guys. Oh, my goodness.
Well, we're glad to hear you in here. I was just talking about you and your latest addition to our PR library here.
Okay.
and I was just commenting on the fact that your PR talked about how it's probably not smart to be multitasking like most of us probably do, and in the process of talking about that, I was multitasking. I was reading PRs, and I was clicking for IBO credits, and I was talking here with everybody else. So, I have a tendency
really
to do
hard
that.
not to do it. Really hard. Oh my goodness. Terrible. I lost them already. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here, but the noise kind of started
okay.
drowning you out all of a sudden. It got louder than you are.
Yeah, we're going to get off the highway in a minute. We'll be home in a few minutes. I'll put it on mute so you don't know.
Well, we do appreciate you making the effort to be in here, so we're glad you're here. That made it quieter.
Well, here's a letter somebody wrote.
Okay.
Dear Algebra, please stop asking us to find your ex. She's never coming back, and don't ask why.
Oh, me. That was a good one. That's a good one. Corinne, I have a question, if you're still in there with us.
Yeah, I'm here.
Did you just recently upgrade one level there in FeederMatrix?
Yep.
I thought I saw that. You kind of slipped that one in on me, didn't you?
No, I really wasn't trying to slip it in. It's just that I had, put the money in it quite a while ago, but I just hadn't I just hadn't made the transaction, and then I was doing something one day, and I said, let me do this right now.
Well,
and I didn't know if I did it right, but I was expecting to see your name instead of the guy's name that I saw.
No. My name would be when you upgraded to level 1, which it was, and then when you upgrade to level 5, my name will pop up again. But in the meantime, it'll be other people that are, at the different levels there.
Okay.
So no, you did it. You did it right.
I'm still wrestling with being consistent in posting and I've contacted some people and sent my my emails and stuff to them and got no response and stuff. But like I said, it's just so much other stuff that's going on. I just kind of like and I see your posts all the time.
Yeah.
And I so it's I just haven't been consistent in doing that. But I'm hoping that when I get to California, I'll be out there for 2 weeks, and while my daughter's at work, and I'll be at the house, I guess sometime by myself, and I'll have a little time to to work on the laptop, on the computer, because maybe I can do some stuff. But I don't know, it gets I'm one of these people that I like to see results instantly. I'm not a patient person. I'm not a patient person, and somebody, and I'm easy to say, forget you, or, it's not really what I say. I say, but I'm easy to say, just, hell with you, so it's, like I said, but that's the way I am. But I know I need to be patient about things and stuff, so.
The reason I was thinking about you, and the reason I was looking at where you stand and everything, is because I happen to know what the rest of your downline looks like, and that there is a potential at any time for someone to upgrade right there, and you needed to be at least level 2 so you wouldn't get passed up on money. And that's the reason I was looking at it, because I was gonna contact you and tell you to do that, and I noticed you already had done it. And
that was my intention, to go level 2, and I want to go level 3, at least a level 3.
Yeah.
And so I'm gonna do that, but right now I'll probably maybe do that this weekend, or I'll do it while I'm in LA. So. but I know it takes a minute for it to do that. But
Well, I just,
yeah,
it's just that I was keeping an eye on and making sure that everything
yeah,
was in place so that you wouldn't get passed up for anything. And I just, and, I was checking on it, and then I was going to contact you and let you know, and then I just happened to notice that you had already taken care of it. You was on the ball, and that was that worked out really good. So
yeah. I thank you for thinking about me, though.
that's that's why I happened to notice it. So
Okay. Well, we had a storm came through Joliet yesterday, and
oh,
I thought it was a tornado, but I'm just telling you, it came through here, and it was like 90 degrees. It was hot. The sun was really hot.
right,
It was hot and humid. Then all of a sudden, the sky just turned pitch black,
wow,
and then it started raining, and the wind got really strong. And where I was like in the eastern part of Joliet, out here by the hospital. I was dropping somebody off. But by the time I got down to the southern part of Joliet, the neighborhood trees was pulled up by the roots,
wow,
big trees. And like somebody had just took the trees and just pulled them up out of the ground and just threw them on the side of the road. Everywhere you went in this certain section of town, there was tree branches everywhere, leaves, garbage, and just garbage cans and stuff. But it was just branches and just twigs and big trees that fallen on people's houses, and it was a mess. And I'm like, oh my God! I thought it was a tornado, but they just said it was a real.
some really strong winds and
It
stuff.
was just a real strong wind. I mean, there was just big trees, just like somebody had just pulled them up out of the ground and just laid them down. I mean, it was a mess. It was a real mess. And so, but we've had a lot of rain. We've had a lot of rain lately. We're getting a lot of thunderstorms.
Well, we haven't had a lot.
So.
We've had a little bit of rain. We've had a storm or two come through, but they're not in anything like that. They were just enough rain to cool things off, I think. But,
no, we're having storms every day. I mean, sudden storms. It'll be nice, and it'll just be sudden storms, and then it'll go away. And we're having them every day, almost consistently every day. So.
Well, I just
anyway.
I hope for the best and hope none of them affect you.
I got my dog neutered yesterday, and he ain't too happy about it.
He ain't happy, huh? Oh, wait.
No, because I got to put this cone around his neck, on his head to keep him from licking the wound, and he ain't too happy about that cone either. So
no, I'm sure he's not.
But anyway,
they don't understand.
But anyway, that's basically what's going on with me.
Well, we're glad you were able to come in here and join us tonight, though. We really were.
Okay, yeah.
Dave, by the way, the situation with my brother-in-law that I mentioned yesterday has apparently worked out good. He was in the operating room from 6 o'clock this morning till 3 or 4 o'clock this afternoon, but apparently everything is turning out good, so we appreciate your prayers and things. If Dave's still with us, he may have dropped out. He had a headache and he was not feeling well there. There he is.
I'll be praying for your brother, Mike. That's really terrible.
It wasn't.
Time and surgery.
Yeah, it wasn't my brother. It was my brother-in-law, my sister's husband.
Oh my!
And,
I would be praying.
he had a triple bypass open heart surgery. So.
Oh. He's doing well.
But from the reports I've got so far is that he's doing well and everything's gonna work out okay, hopefully. So.
Great.
might need you turn your mic back on, Sandy. It gets so quiet when you when you mute like that. Makes me wonder if I'm here all by myself. Then, has anybody got anything you want to talk about in particular tonight? I had some things in mind, but my mind
I'm
slipped.
a little interested in what we're talking about, upgrading to level 2. I didn't know we were supposed to do that. I'm confused. I haven't studied that enough.
You have to in upgrading. You have to do it one at a time, one level at a time. You can't just skip over a level or anything like that. But it's really best for you to upgrade as high as you can afford without putting any pressure on you, because you can do it all through just profits out of the business. When you sponsor 3 people at level 1, you've earned $5 and some change there. You can you can take that profit and turn around and upgrade to level 2 if you can afford the $5 without doing that. And I strongly recommend that nobody do anything that puts any pressure on them at all, because the idea of this is to create some cash flow to help you have money for your business, not to take it out of your pocket to try to put it in your business. So, but the highest level that you can afford to upgrade to is always best, simply because, well, at level 1, if you bring someone in, or someone from up above you, sponsor someone, and they wind up in overflow underneath you, at level 2 underneath you, and they upgrade to level 2, then if you are still at level 1 and you don't own the level 2 product, then what would happen is you would be bypassed, and the first person upline from you that was at level 2 would actually earn the money instead of you. So, and that can happen all the way up through level 8. You definitely wouldn't want to get skipped over for a level 8 payment. So, the highest you can move to without putting any pressure on your budget. I strongly emphasize that. But the highest level you can be at, the safer you are from being passed over. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I didn't understand that. I thought we had to wait until the level was filled and then upgrade with the I was totally misinformed.
I apologize, because that's my responsibility to make sure that you understood. But you don't have to wait. You can upgrade as high as you want to go. You just have to do it one level at a time. In other words, that you're level 1, and you want to go to 2. That's okay, but you can't go from level 1 to level 3 without going to 2 first.
Right. Now, is it anywhere? Because I looked in the back office when I was doing that blog, based on what you had written. Mm-hmm. Is there anywhere where it breaks down the levels and what they cost to upgrade? Because I couldn't find it.
Well, yes, absolutely. I'll find that where it's in print where you can actually see it, and I'll send it to you. But if you just go to your back office, and you can actually see it there. Let's see. I'm trying to look for exactly where it shows it, but I don't see it right off the top of my head here. But it is there, and I will make sure that I get the information, and I'll send it to you, but I'll also post it on the Skype chat room so that everybody can see it, just in case someone doesn't know
that'd
it.
Be good. Yeah.
But I apologize if I have failed to make sure that you understood that clearly.
Oh, that's okay. I mean, I'm so darn, dizzy anymore with everything that's going on. It's
The most
even if you had it, you probably would have forgotten it.
well, the most important thing is for your first goal should be to fill the 4 positions that you have on your on your first level. That's on your first tier. They call it's a little confusing. They call your levels or actually the product level. There's 8 products, and most of them are download ebooks and software and stuff like that and they have. But that's called levels, level 1 through level 8, and you have tiers of level 1 through. Actually, it's level 8 there too, but it's actually, as far as tiers, you really only have 4 tiers, and it's a 2x4 matrix. And once you fill that 4th level on your matrix, you don't have room to put anybody else in. You filled your matrix. Even though there's 4 more levels, but those last 4 levels, level 5 through 8, they come from your first 4 levels. In other words, anybody on your level 1, they of course they upgrade themselves through the different levels. But if they're on your tier 1, they their next step is, and of course it's a little confusing. I'll have to get it so you can see it. I don't know if I can verbally tell you, but anyway, the next time that you are concerned with the people on your tier 1 is when they have moved past level 4 to level 5, and you get paid every time they hit the first level. You got stage 1, which is level 1. Level. Tier 1 through tier 4, and then you got stage 2, which is tier 5 through tier 8. And anybody coming in on your tier 1, they pay you. They pay you directly for their level 1 product. And then the next time they pay you is when they go to tier 5, or that's actually the first tier in the stage 2, and that at that point they pay you again for their level 5 products. So, and then people that are on your second tier, when in other words, people sponsored by your people on your first tier, or they go into your second tier, and they pay you when they upgrade to level 2, and when they upgrade to level 6. So, and you see that pattern, that same pattern flows all the way up through level 8. Once you have gone to level 8 yourself, there's nothing else you can do. There's no more money you can pay out or anything. All you can do is just collect money from that point. But and once you have,
hard to get used to.
Once you have reached level 8, though, you can actually, the company will, if they have someone that is what I call an orphan, they're not sponsored by anybody in particular. They have stumbled across and comes in, and it actually happens that people find their way to FeederMatrix, and they want to join FeederMatrix, and they don't have anybody. The company goes and looks at people that are at level 8 and starts filling up their first tier. Normally you only have 4 people on your first tier, but if even if your first 4 people are filled, if you're at level 8 and they have someone to place, and it comes your turn, they will place them on your front level, and you can actually have 5, 6, 7, 8. I talked to one person who has 13 on his first level. So, and everybody additional past those first 4, any additional person that gets placed on your front level actually is worth about $25,000 to you once they fill their matrix. So it's highly profitable, and actually with FeederMatrix, it doesn't. We talk about turning $1.75 into $100,000 or $99,447. But actually, in reality, that the money you can make is ongoing, because every time you add someone else to your front line, they're ultimately worth $25,000 to you in your pocket. So that 25,000 keep going and going and going and going, and you're. I start to dream big, don't I? But anyway, it with the plan, it is a possibility that you can continue on making much more than that $100,000 we talk about. The $100,000 is just your first 4 people on your front tier, and filling that 4x4 matrix up, and then those people in that 4x4 matrix moving on to stage 2. And like I said, anybody at tier 1 moves to tier 5. Anybody on tier 2 moves to tier 6, and et cetera, all the way up through 8. And like I said, the way it's phrased a lot of times, it kind of leaves you because they're trying to stress the fact that you can come in for $1.75, and everything else you can actually earn and pay for out of your profits, which is very, very possible to do. And that kind of tends to have people think that, well, I got to fill my first tier up before I can upgrade myself to level 2, and that's not true. You can upgrade to any level you want at any time, as long as you are upgrading in order, in order there. So therefore, in order to keep from being passed over, but we've had some people come in and they, within the first 7 days, they upgrade themselves all the way up to level 8. Well, if generally what happens when someone does that is they wind up skipping people that normally would have gotten paid, but they're not, because they haven't upgraded themselves to the higher levels. So they get skipped over, and people up line wind up getting the money instead. That's why it's always advantageous to be at the highest level that you can comfortably manage. There again, I said it before, I'm going to say it one more time, and I'll be quiet about it. I stress, don't stretch your budget to do it, just to upgrade yourself to the levels, because you can do it out of the profits. If it's not putting the pressure on you and not stretching you for whatever reason, then you can upgrade as high as you feel like you're comfortable doing, as long as you're doing it in order. The most important step, though, is level 1. We have had a few people coming in, because you can sign up for nothing. Obviously, you're aware of that. When people join, they join for nothing, then they have to upgrade to level 1. And we've had a few people coming in and signing in at nothing, and after 3 days, if you do not upgrade to level 1, or someone that you have sponsored, if they don't upgrade to level 1 after 3 days, the system kicks them out. And that's a good thing, because if you had 4 people come in at 0 and none of them upgraded, they would have filled up your front level. And if they didn't upgrade and they decided they weren't doing anything and everything, effectively your matrix would be at a dead stop. You wouldn't be able to progress. So that's why that they're given 3 days to look the system over, see how it works, and go ahead and upgrade. If they haven't done that within 3 days, then they're bumped out to make room for somebody that is going to take action.
Well, I can see how you could, from the profits, not have to take any money out of pocket to upgrade to level 2.
Yeah.
But what happens with level 3 because you're not going to be getting those profits from those people that are coming in.
You do. Actually, what happens when you're at level 1 and you bring people in and on your tier 1 and they upgrade to level 1, they're paying you $1.75. Okay, so if with 4 people coming in, that's $7 that you've earned.
I understand that.
Okay, and you take $5 of that and upgrade to level 2, and then when you have two people that actually come in on your level 2, there's 4 positions. Actually, there's 16 positions on your level 2. The 4 people on your tier 1 each have 4 positions, that they can fill. Which in those 4 positions are your level 2, and that's 16 people. But when you have 2 people come in and upgrade to level 2, now I'm not talking about just joining at level 2, but I'm talking about upgrading to the product level 2. When you have 2 of those 16 people each upgrade to level 2, that generates $10 in your pocket, 2 $5 payments in your pocket. And you can take that $10 and upgrade to level 3. And when you have 2 people that upgrade to level 3, that as long as you are at level 4, that puts $20 in your pocket. Okay, that $20, or long as you're at level 3, and when you can take that $20 and put it in upgrade to level 4, and then from when you have 2 people upgrade to level 4, that's putting $40 in your pocket, which it gives you the money to be able to upgrade to level 5, and it goes all the way up from level 2 all the way up through level 8. All you need is 2 people under you at that level that are paying you, and you've generated the income to be able to upgrade. After that, at level 2, you got 16 people, positions there. When all 16 of those are filled, you will have generated $80, and $70 of that is profit in your pocket. If you take the $10 to upgrade to level 3, and then of course at level 3 there's, my math's not that good. You can figure the math, but the same thing. It works.
Well, it's probably all explained in the videos, but I need to see it in black and white.
It is, and I'll make sure that you got a video there, and I'll make sure that you got it in black and white. I'll get that information and send it to you. Maybe tomorrow before I get it to you, but I will get it to you. Yeah. And and I'll also post it on the chat room so everybody else can see it too.
Spray some of that spraying wash on it. Spray some of that spraying wash on that. I got it all.
You got Doug doing laundry?
No, Melissa spilled something on herself at the Chinese restaurant. I told her I do it for her tomorrow with my laundry and bring it outside.
I just want it sounded like Doug talking to somebody about spraying wash. So.
Yeah, he was telling her to spray something on it. She had already done that. So. She's way ahead of him. 16 years old. She knows all the tricks.
That's pretty much a ritual around here. Whenever we go out to eat, I come home and I change my shirt and spray it.
Oh, I'm always covered. I am such a slob. It's disgusting. I mean, a brand clean outfit on tonight. I got stuff spilled on my pants, stuff spilled on the front of me. I'm telling you, it's disgusting. I need a bib. Remember the lobster bibs I used to give everybody? I need one for every meal.
Yeah, I think I need one too.
I think we should open a restaurant and start handing the lobster bibs out. Call them something cute, People would come just to get the bibs.
Yep, there you go. Was anybody else have any other questions that I haven't covered?
No, thank you, Mike. That was really very informative. I didn't have any idea.
I apologize for you not having, you
Oh,
not
that's
having an understanding of it. It's my fault. I should have got together with you on that before. Uh, but I will make sure that you have all the information. Like I said, it may be tomorrow before I get it done, but I'll make sure that you have it.
I just don't understand why $1.75 people aren't like jumping on this.
I personally, I don't understand why people aren't just flocking in, in droves,
Yeah.
because, you go to McDonald's and buy a cup of coffee, you're gonna spend that much money, or
This is so strange. I
what?
don't understand.
Oh, my wife
And
said
I thought,
McDonald's is only $1, so I guess you got about two cups of coffee at McDonald's.
Yeah. But I have, I found a little, like a chart, picture of, 4 people, recruiting 4 people, blah, blah, blah. And I put it on I fixed it up a little bit on PicMonkey, and I put it on.
I saw what
blog.
you did there. I saw exactly.
Yeah,
I
and
was
to me,
impressed with that.
that's the way it worked, and I didn't really have a good concept. So you really made it clear tonight.
What you had was correct. That's the way it works, except the fact that, as far as upgrading level is simply you're buying that level's product. Okay.
Yeah.
Level 1 product is download of a bunch of ebooks and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
You can't sell a product you don't own.
Yeah.
And that's what you're doing. We're legal, legitimate business. We're selling a product. And the product we're selling is package 1 is for level 1, which is, like I said, ebooks and software and stuff like that. It's a downloadable product, so you don't have to handle anything. You don't have to pack it up. You don't have to ship it and all that good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But you can't sell a product you don't own. So the idea is for you to purchase that product so that you can sell it. And the same thing with all the other levels. But what happens is, if someone comes and wants to buy product number 2 and you're still only on product 1, you don't own product 2, then what happens is they skip over you and they go to the first person that has product 2 that can sell it. Which means instead of you getting the $5, someone else would make the $5. And we've already had that happening within our group, where we've had people upgrading to levels 4 or 5 and stuff like that. That the people upline, that that were in the proper place in the tiers and stuff to have been in line to earn that money when they upgraded to those, got skipped over. I actually wound up skipping over 2 or 3 people on 2 or 3 occasions here already, myself, because the people above me, and I communicated with the people above me. I emailed them, I talked to them. I said, look, you're going to get skipped. I said, you need to upgrade yourself. And they didn't upgrade, so they got skipped. It's I felt bad that they got skipped, but it was their own fault that they got skipped. And it's really the way the system is set up is basically what you're doing is you're buying and selling products, and if you don't own the product, you can't sell it. So if someone downline for you wants to buy that product, they have to skip over you in order for them to buy it. That's why I recommend that you own the highest level that you can. But there again, the highest level that you can comfortably without putting any wrinkle in your budget. Okay.
That sounds good.
I'm not judging anybody about what they can afford. I want to put that out there so that not only am I talking to the group here that's in here, but I'm also talking to the people that y'all may sponsor in the future, and the people that they may sponsor in the future. It's we want to make sure that everybody understands exactly how the system works, and And if everybody knows how it works and works it the way it's supposed to work, everybody's going to win on this thing, and everybody will do good. And there again, just what you said, I don't understand why we're not having to, get out there and beat them off with sticks there, while they're not rushing in, because technically all they ever have to pull out of their pocket is $1.75.
Yeah.
One thing I wonder while I'm at that, you want to make sure, and I don't know, I can't see your back office. I can see what level you're at, and that's about all I can see. So what you want to do is make sure that you go to payment settings in your back office. In the left hand vertical menu, there's in the top section it says user tools, and where it says payment settings, you want to click on that and make sure that you have your information in there. Basically what it is your PayPal ID. Also, if you have a Solid Trust Pay and Payza, you would like.
Yeah, I've got those in there, Mike.
You need to make sure that you got them in there. Yeah, you've done pretty good at filling everything out that I could see. But if you don't happen to have a payment processor, they can't pay you. We don't.
Yeah.
The company per se does not handle any money. They don't handle any of the money transactions. The money goes from member to member directly. Therefore, you got to make sure that you have your PayPal ID and stuff in there. I'm speaking to everyone, because if you don't, you can't get paid. It's just that simple. And there again, you can't get paid, you'll get skipped again. So you don't want that to happen. You want to make sure that you got those in there. And it's really good idea if you got Payza and Solid Trust Pay in there too, because this is a international business, and PayPal works absolutely great, but PayPal is only good in the States and in Canada, and I think maybe some of the islands that PayPal, Puerto Rico and places like that. But when you start talking about Europe and Africa and Asia and places like that, PayPal won't work. Payza will, and Solid Trust Pay will. And Solid Trust Pay works in some places, and Payza works in some places. So if you can, and they're free to set up those accounts. So if you make sure you got those accounts set up, and then make sure you got that information. Oh, I don't think I have
my Payza account in there. Well, Payza's the one that was Alert Pay, wasn't it?
It was Alert Pay, and now it's Payza.
Yeah, I don't think I have that in there. I'll go back and do that.
Well,
so you did find something I didn't do.
Okay, well, that's what we're here for. That's what we're here for.
Yeah.
And that will, just make sure that if somebody come up and wanted to pay you, and the only way they had to pay you was Payza, then you want to make sure you can accept that payment. So.
Okay.
There's actually a couple others over there. They also got Perfect Money and Ego Pay, but I've never dealt with either one of those two. So, and they're both for.
Oh, I did years ago. They're more trouble than they're worth.
Yeah, well, they're both non-U.S.
Too much.
So,
yeah,
we got that covered with the Payza and the Solid Trust Pay. So I wouldn't. I don't mess with them. So. Another thing you might find very useful, and Sandy, I think you've taken care of it, but I'm not sure about everybody else. Click on Profile and make sure you've got everything in your profile filled in, especially your Skype username and your Facebook username. This enables people to find you on Facebook and find you on Skype, which is communication is one of our biggest problems. And we have people coming in, and we all try to connect with them, try to communicate with them, to help them go ahead and understand they've got to first of all take action and go to level 1 and things like that. And we're not able to communicate with people. One thing I wish it did, but it does not. The sign up form on the for the system does not include a phone number, and I wish we had people's phone numbers so I could call them. Y'all know me, I prefer to call someone rather than hope I can communicate with them on email or something. I'd rather call them, because a lot of time people don't respond back to emails and things like that. So, but that's not in the profile, so you want to make sure that you get as much information in there as you can so that people can contact you. Which in contacting, that gets me around to another point. If you have someone that signs up with you, or a prospect that is looking at the program or whatever, they have questions or anything that you're not comfortable or don't feel like you can answer, please feel free to contact me, and we'll set up a 3-way call. We can do it through this very conference room we're in right now, which right now this conference room runs 2 hours a week, and the rest of the time it's sitting there wasted, useless, because people are not using it. And so if we need to set up a 3-way call, we can always just schedule this conference room and say schedule it. I'll be glad to do anything I can to help you. If you want to talk to a prospect or talk to a new member or whatever, try to help explain to them how the program works and how they can get in and make it work for them. So don't ever feel like that you've got to talk to someone, but you don't know or don't know how, or not comfortable doing it. I'll be more than glad to help you any way I can there. There. I've been running my mouth for a while now. Has anybody else got anything you want to say or add? Or
the big drink of water now, right, Mike?
Yeah, something like that. Actually, I got a glass of tea. It's almost empty, though. Well, if nobody else has anything else you want to add tonight, we'll go ahead and close out for tonight. I will get that stuff, like I said, it'll probably be tomorrow before I get it done, but I will get it to you so that you and everybody else can understand exactly how things work. We do actually have video. Let me mention one thing before I close out here. There is a Facebook page, and everybody that I know of is part of that Facebook page. It has been added to it. It's a group, and it's called FeederMatrix Team. It's FeederMatrix, capital T dot, capital E dot, capital A dot, capital M dot, dash, we help you recruit. That's a long title for that page, but every one of you are members of that group. I know I've added most of you in myself personally, and if there is a section in there that at the top that says files, and if you click on files, it opens up a world of information that you can just scroll down through. This file after file after file here of things that tell you how to do it. There's some useful tools that you can use for promoting and marketing. It's got videos in there that you can use. It's just other information. In fact, what I'll probably send you, I'll probably go through and pull out of one of these files, because it's somebody else has already done the work. I might as well utilize their work. But also there is a at the very top there is a post by Vicki Wooden. Vicki Wooden is one of the admins of the of this group, and she's got some information in there to help you get started. And she's also got a little video in there to help you get started. And anything, the first thing that I would like to recommend everybody do is when they come into FeederMatrix is first of all we're gonna try to, if we got the information to do it with, we're gonna add you to this group, and you can go in and read this post by Vicky Wooden, and then scroll down through and read all the other posts. They're very interesting, supportive, encouraging post. And like I said, up at the top there is the file section there where you got a world of information that you can use. So that's FeederMatrix team. We help you recruit. So like I said, I have added, most of y'all are there, you're already members. And then anytime you have a new person or new member that you bring in, one of the first things you want to do is just go click on the members section, and then that has a little tab in there that says add people. You can click on add people and go ahead and add any new person that you have into that group. It's very, very beneficial to new people coming in, especially. It was helpful to me, helped me understand how things work. So anyway, I guess that was one last little bit of information. I won't say that I don't have any more, because I always think of something else. But in the meantime, if nobody has anything, I'm going to go ahead and close out for tonight. We will be back again Thursday night, and look forward to talking to everybody again.
Good night, Mike. Thank you so much.
Good night, Sandy. Good night, everybody. I've heard.
God bless you all.
Same to you. Same to you. We appreciate that. And we will be looking forward to talking to everybody Thursday night. They may have dropped out. It may have just been me and you.